Okay, welcome to another video by Johnny. Today, two students from class IELTS 41. Yes, we have only two students left. And they are doing their regular speaking practice. Okay. Are you two ready for your speaking practice class?
Yes.
Okay, great. Let's talk about work now. So it's about number 3, topic about work. So Miss Christina, what do you do for a living?
I am a full-time employee for global IT corporation located in Japan office.
I see. And what are your responsibilities in the workplace?
I take a responsibility for build
Responsibility. Những âm 3, 2 và 4 nha. My responsibilities.
responsibilities to building new department, which is the business development department
Business
for Japan.
develop những âm 2. Business development, say again.
Business development for Japan markets with around 30 members in 5-year cycles.
I see. How about you, Mr. Young? What do you do for a living? Or what do you do?
For a living, I work as a doctor specializing in dermatology. I work in a small clinic that's near my house.
Yes. All right. So, Mr. Young, why would you choose to do that type of work or that job?
I chose to pursue a career as a doctor because I come from a family of doctor. Both my parents are doctor.
Both my
And
parents are doctors, I see.
when I was a child, when I was a child, occasionally my mother took me to the workplace, and I can see my mother help people and care them and
care for them. Yes.
care for them, and that inspired me from that days, motivated me to follow a similar path.
A similar path, you mean?
Path, yes.
Path. I see. Right, so Miss Christina, is there some other kind of work you would rather do? Liệu có bất kỳ cái công việc nào khác mà bạn muốn làm không? Tôi làm công việc nào đó khác không?
Wow.
I would rather do something.
Wow. I don't think I have any rather work I wanna do without my current job right now.
Yes.
Because of my current job, my current work can bring a best environment
The best
working
environment possible, right?
Yeah.
Môi trường tốt nhất có thể. The best environment possible for you, right?
The best environment possible for me, and I can do what what the job exactly with my major and
Yes.
my dreams.
I see. So, Miss Christina, can you describe briefly the company or organization you work for? Có thể miêu tả một cách ngắn về cái công ty hoặc tổ chức mà chị làm việc không? Yeah.
Well, yes. I'm working for Japan's office with the holding and with the management by a holding company based in Singapore. So my report line will be for Singapore, but I'm working for a Japanese customer.
Oh, I see. All right, Mr. Young, can you, okay, do you enjoy your work?
Honestly, I enjoy the feeling of taking care of innocent people, and
You mean you enjoy the feeling of taking care of people in need, right? People in need.
in need,
Những người cần thiết, những người mà
in
cần.
need,
Okay, enjoy taking care of people who are in need.
in need.
Okay.
And it is happy to see patient recover after receiving appropriate treatment.
Appropriate treatment.
Appropriate treatment.
I see. Okay. Then, Mr. Young, what do you like and dislike about your job?
There's several reasons in my jobs, and I truly appreciate. Firstly, I find great satisfaction in being able to help people and to diagnose and treat illnesses.
To diagnose,
And
nhâm đầu nha. To
to
diagnose. To
diagnose.
diagnose, chẩn đoán. Bệnh. To
Diagnose.
diagnose a disease. Nó là to diagnose a disease. Chẩn đoán bệnh. To diagnose, diseases and treat them, you know, isn't
And
it?
treat them, yes, and improve the overall health of my patient.
Right, I see the overall health of my patients.
But sometimes I feel overloaded to works because due to the lack of doctor and the overload of patients. It is really stressful when my brain had to work continuously all day,
Yes.
and sometimes I think the salary for doctor in my country is not equal to our time, our effort we spend for this job.
I see. For this job, I see. Of course, it's always like that, you know. I always feel that teachers and doctors are vital. They are vital occupation. Những cái nghề nghiệp thiết yếu, những nghề mà thiết yếu luôn á. Không có là không thể chịu được, không thể được luôn á. Like they are vital occupations, but they often get paid very low, which is very weird, you know. But this is actually a situation that happens very commonly around the world, you know. Okay, so what do you like and dislike about your job, Christina?
One of the points I really like at my job is the flexible work environment. We don't
Environment.
environment. We can work flexible time and we can work by flexible anytime and anywhere. So we don't. Some of my colleagues will living in another countries where have the cheaper cheaper price for living. Cheaper, no, living cost is where living cost is cheaper, and still get salary base for Singapore or Japan. This is very good. But this also the points I dislike at my work because of nobody will control the working time of all employees. Like doesn't matter what time you will start and doesn't matter what time you finish your work. So more we'll have someone, especially in the back office employees, um, get reverser effect like as untruthful. They will skip to work. Will skip work. They never answer the chat. they never, do their tasks. But
Okay.
yes, but because of the holding is in America, and American person knows so good way how to
You mean
control
American
it.
people, right? American
Yes,
people. Person số ít nha.
American
Remember, person is a
American
singular.
people,
American people.
American people similar know how to control performance, work performance so good. So if have anyone have a bad performance
If
at
there
work
is
in
anyone, nếu có there is there are. If there is or there are
if,
anyone. If there is
if
anyone.
there is anyone have a bad performance at work in 3 months, they will get fired in next month.
Oh, that sounds really bad. You have to run the KPI, right? Deadlines.
But this is
That's
good.
terrible.
This is good. Everyone have a KPI, even they work in back office.
That sounds terrible. Absolutely terrible. That you have to follow deadlines and then you have the KPI to have to fulfill. Mr.
But the
Yoon, do you
salary
have...
is very good.
Yeah, I know, but this is a stress, a lot of stress, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Yoon, do you have KPI that you have to follow? Like, do you have like certain things, like responsibility to find customers or something like that?
Yes, I have my own KPIs.
Oh,
It's
you do?
focused on the satisfaction of patient that come to us and the
Right.
rate of like the patient turn back to me after
It's called
treatment.
return, I think.
Return. Yes.
The rate of return, I think. I mean, no, wait. What's it called?
Yes.
Return. I think returning customer rate. I think
Returning customer rate.
maybe. Let me check. Returning customer rate or something. Oh, there's a thing. Nó là một thứ có thật nha. A returning customer rate is a measure of how many existing customer made two or more purchases within a given amount time frame. Cái tỷ lệ mà khách hàng quay lại á.
Yes.
Nó là đo lường là có bao nhiêu khách hàng hiện hữu mua lần 2 hoặc là nhiều lần hơn trong một cái khoảng khung thời gian cho trước. This includes first-time customer making their first purchase, then coming back to buy something else from your company soon after. Là nó bao gồm luôn cả cái người mà đầu tiên mua hàng, sau đó là họ lại quay lại để mua cái gì đó từ công ty sớm thôi sau đó. So we have something called the returning customer rate. Wow, we learned something new now. Nó gọi là tỷ lệ khách hàng quay lại mua tiếp, quay lại.
Cái chỉ số cái tỷ lệ hài lòng, chỉ số hài lòng mình nói là satisfactory
I think
index,
satisfaction rate. I think customer satisfaction. Nó gọi là customer satisfaction rate, I think. Because I don't work in that field, so I don't exactly know. Customer satisfaction rate, I think. Oh, it's called customer. Sorry.
This is customer satisfaction index.
Index, yeah, or score. Index là chỉ số, còn score là cái điểm thôi. Yeah, it's like customer satisfaction index. Chỉ số hài lòng của khách hàng hay là mãn nguyện khách hàng á. Right. But at least there's nobody to tell you what to do, right, Mr. Yu?
Actually, we have some guidelines.
Guidelines, I see.
Yes, it come from like American the WHO that we must to follow.
Right, I see. So, Christina, tell me please, do you work better in the mornings or in the afternoons, or what time of the day do you work better?
I think this depends on which task we are talking for. With me, in my case, if with some tasks I need to work by myself and only by myself, I need to really focusing.
Okay, can you please slow down? Bắt đầu nói lẹ, bắt đầu nói tùm lum rồi đó. Okay, slow down, please. Do you work better in the mornings or in the afternoon, or when?
I think depend on which task we talking about. With me, with my own task, this means that I need to do it by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Which I need to do it by myself. I will be work better in the morning because I can focusing to work for this, focusing to thinking for this. But with some tasks we need to discuss with, I need to discuss with my college.
No,
Then
colleague,
afternoon,
colleague,
colleague, colleague,
colleague.
college,
Biết ngay cái từ này Hà cũng sai.
college,
Colleagues,
college,
colleagues, đồng nghiệp. Nó khác với
college,
college là cao đẳng đại học.
college,
Colleagues, my colleagues.
college.
Okay.
I will work better in the afternoon because
In the
my
afternoon, in the
in the
afternoon.
afternoons because most of my colleagues will are living in overseas.
I
Yes.
see. Right. So, Mr. Young, will you keep doing this job for a long time?
Mm, as a doctor, my job is ever changing and constantly advanced with many new research technologies, and my intention to continue practicing this profession for a long time. However, I know that the importance of work-life balance.
Of course, work-life balance is very, very important, of course.
So I will also be ready to adapt to any changes that may arise in the
That may
future.
arise, I say, in the future. Right, okay. So do you miss being a student, Christina?
Well, not at all because when I was a student,
Didn't you like it?
I did not like it so much. Even I did not have any responsibility, to
Responsibilities.
responsibilities to carrying any want or with any KPIs number, but I did not have so much income and I cannot meet so much people and talking about new story like as uh as as I as working. So sometimes I may miss being a student, but not at all.
I see. So, how about you, Mr. Young? Would you choose to be a freelancer? It means like, do you not work? You do not have to work for anybody. You open your own clinic. And something like a freelancer is sometimes referred to as a businessman or woman themselves, you know. Cái người tự làm tự do, tự làm chủ. Would you choose to be like a freelancer? Why not?
Yes, I would choose to be a freelancer because it allow me to control my workload. If I need more time to avoid burnout, I can cut down my jobs and I can work from anywhere, so I don't have to worry about the weather or uh, all that traffic. I also have flexible hours each day, so I can picking what time I work best and planning my day by myself.
Exactly, just like mine. I would never choose to work for other people anymore. Một khi đã thành freelancer, once you are a freelancer, you don't really want to go back, unless you're really poor, you know.
Yes.
Okay, so Christina, do you think people nowadays work too much?
Oh, I think this depends on the country. Which country are you living? With me, I am living in Japan, so I think is the answer is no, because of, if compare with my father's generation, uh, we don't work so much as they thinking. Uh, I heard from my father. Uh, they uh, all of his friends had to work have start work from 8 a.m. and
All the
finish
way
at work
till
8 a.m. until 11 p.m.
that
and
sounds
back
terrible, absolutely terrible, you know.
and back home at the last train. And but they proud of this.
They're
Everyone
so
say they
proud of that.
proud of,
Why would they be so proud of being a
yeah,
slave, you know?
because of they say, because of they work hard working, they have Japan to be second country, development country in the
You
world.
mean
So
they
they,
help Japan to be the
yes,
second most developed country in the world, right?
second most development
The
country in the
second
world.
most developed country in the world.
In the
Đất
world.
nước phát triển đứng thứ nhì thế giới. The second most developed country in the world. That's why, isn't it? So it's all about pride then.
Yes.
Tất cả là về cái lòng tự hào à. Well, certainly that is capitalism, you know. Đó chính là chủ nghĩa tư bản.
Yes.
They know, of course, capitalism, they know how to exploit people to the maximum. Biết cách mà bóc lột con người ta đến mức tận cùng luôn á. Of course they know how to exploit people to the maximum. That's why they become so rich and so developed, you know.
Yes.
Remember that fact. Just remember that fact, okay? Okay. Okay, so let's move on to part 2 and part 3. Okay, so I would like you to try 42 then. We'll choose randomly, okay? 42. Describe a perfect job you would like to have in the future. Miêu tả một công việc hoàn hảo bạn mong muốn có được trong tương lai. You should say what it is, công việc gì vậy? How you knew it, làm thế nào bạn biết về công việc đó? What is it like? Công việc nó như thế nào? Explain why you think it is perfect. Tại sao mình lại nghĩ nó là công việc hoàn hảo? And then you have part 3 of the choice of jobs. Sự lựa chọn công việc. So, what kind of jobs do children like? Trẻ nhỏ thích những cái loại công việc như thế nào? So, remember that when you were a child, what kind of jobs you used to want to do? You know? But remember that you should give examples in general, not about yourself, okay? Chứ cho ví dụ part 3 là nên ví dụ chung trẻ con bình thường như thế nào. Chứ đừng nói về bản thân nha. Okay, do children like to choose the same profession as their parents? Trẻ nhỏ có thích là chọn cùng cái nghề như là ba mẹ nó không? Okay, will people regret, nhấn không hai, regret their career choices when they become older? Liệu con người sẽ hối tiếc cái những sự lựa chọn nghề nghiệp của họ chứ khi họ già hơn? What should people consider when choosing jobs? Cái này là câu lớn nè. This is a big question. Con người ta nên cân nhắc những điều gì khi mà chọn công việc? So we have a lot of things. But I believe that you know how to answer this question well. Okay, some time to think now. Okay, time's up. Please, Mr. Young, can you describe a perfect job you would like to have in the future, please?
Although I'm currently working as a doctor, I always have a strong desire to open
a strong desire to
a strong desire to open a private clinic for charity. The idea has developed developed in my mind for a long time when I saw some similar models in other countries, and I believe it would allow me to make a significant difference in the disadvantaged people life who are unable to afford high quality healthcare. Um, so my dream is to establish a clinic where I can gather any health worker like such as doctor and nurse that have this similar idea and willing to work for these targets, and
Okay.
the um, poor people, the poor individual can receive medical treatment and consultation free. And I hope to narrow the gap in healthcare accessibility, and opening a charitable clinic um, would not only provide a sense of fulfillment my professional um, jobs, but I think I can contribute to the development of my community, and that's so.
I see. Right, okay. Miss Christina, please describe a perfect job you would like to have in the future, please.
Even I get a good salary in my company right now, but I always dream about I can be freelancers with my own companies.
I can be what? Say again? I can be.
I can be a freelancer
Ah, yes.
uh, and own my companies, own a company by myself.
And own a company by myself.
Own a company by myself. Uh, uh, com- uh, the reason the reason the reason let me have this dream is right now, even which company I am working there, I need to take
Responsibility. Responsibility.
responsibility for sales, for bring company service for customer, even this are suitable for customer or not.
Mhm.
But I really think depend on customer. Each customer will have their own need
Own. We
and
have their
own
own. O-N.
will
We have
have
their
their
own.
own their own uh, their own needed IT service to solve their problem business issues. So uh, I want have a
I
company.
would like
I
to. I
want
would like
to
to. I
I
want
would like
to.
to build a company where we only connect the suitable ID service for suitable customer
I see.
and yes and earn giá trị thích ý là
Giá trị
mình
gì?
muốn
Giá
nhận
trị gì?
giá trị giá trị thích hợp với cái service mà mình mang lại cho khách nhỉ, cái giá trị xứng đáng nhỉ.
To
Suitable
provide. To
to
provide us
provide
the suitable
a suitable price value
value. To provide a
value
suitable value. To
value
provide a suitable value for each and every customer. Cho
for
mỗi khách
each
hàng. Each and every customer. Cái cách nói nó vậy á. Cho mỗi
for
một người khách
each
hàng tương xứng.
and
For
every
each and
customer.
every customer.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So what kind of jobs do children like, Mr. Young? What do you know?
Children can vary depending on the
It depends a
individual
lot on. It depends a lot. Không có very
and
depend nha.
it
Very cộng với tính từ.
it
Careful. Very
depend
plus an adjective. It
it
depends a
depend
lot
a lot
on.
on the individual interest and aspiration. Some children may interested in becoming doctor, police office.
Wait, police officer, you mean?
Police officer, yes, police officer.
Police officer. Police
Pol
hai. Officer.
Police officer. And the other may want to become artist, musician or actor.
Musician.
Musician.
Musician. Cái từ đọc là musician.
Musicians.
Musician. Musician.
Musician.
Musician. Musician.
Musician. Musician or actor. Yes.
Okay. So, what do you think, Miss Christina? What kind of job, what kinds of job do children like and why? You should also explain why they have those kind of dream, you know.
Oh, I think nowadays most of children
Most of children là sai. Most of the children. Có of phải có the. Hoặc là most children, hoặc là most of the children, you know.
Most of the children.
Ok, most of the children hoặc là most children thôi. Nếu mà có of phải có the ở đây nha. Careful.
Most of the children have enough have a material life, which can give them enough elements.
What? Element, you mean?
Elements, creative elements, for dream job. So I think children may have a dream, may wanna do some job about creative.
May want to do. Đừng có dùng wanna gonna nhé.
May want to do.
Wanna gonna mấy cái từ lóng đó mà không được chấp nhận trong lúc đi thi đâu nha. Remember, use want to hoặc là would like to.
Would like to do some creative, some job in creative major as designer, digital marketing, artist, or musical.
Musician là sai rồi. Musician là sai rồi. Đọc lại bên trên á. Musician.
Musicians.
No, musician.
Musician.
Các bạn nào cũng sai cái này, đọc là musician hoài luôn á. Nó là musician. Musician.
Musician. Em không nghĩ thầy hát được theo ấy.
Okay, so Mr. Young, do children like to choose the same profession as their parents?
I think some children may be influenced by their parent career and follow their path, such as me, and they may view their parent as a role model with them. But on the other hand, some children may want to find different career paths and explore their own passion.
Explore their own passion.
Their own their old person, and they want to like break away the parent
Break away?
expectation, like
Right, break away
start
from their
working.
parents' expectations. I see. Yeah, that's the right way to describe it. I believe. Okay, so anything else? Mình có thể lật ngược lại, nhưng một số bạn trẻ khác thì sao? Có muốn an phận hơn? Some other people, some other children, they might not want to stand out from the crowd, không muốn mà khác biệt khỏi đám đông, or they do not want to be different, don't want to be different, you know. So maybe they choose the same profession as their parents because it's easier for them, you know, nó dễ dàng hơn cho họ thôi, muốn cuộc sống dễ dàng hơn. Okay, so Mr. Young, will people regret their career choices when they become older?
I think many people regret their career choice because of many factors. And they realize that
They may
chosen
realize, họ có thể nhận ra rằng they may
they may
realize that
they may realize their choice in the past does not appropriate with their
it's not appropriate, or it doesn't fit with, doesn't fit with
their interest, their skills, and their talent. Maybe some external factors such as
external factors. Maybe there are some external factors.
External factors such as society or economic changes can impact career satisfactions over time.
All right, so Christina, what do you think? Will people regret their career choices when they become older?
I think will be two
Yes.
tendencies, two of tendencies.
There are two tendencies. Có hai xu
There
hướng.
are two
There are
tendencies.
two tendencies.
There are two tendencies. One, the first will know who's choose working for their dream. Doesn't matter how much income they can get. And the second tendencies is who decide to work for income. So I think both of them will regret their career choice when they become older, because of if the people choose work for a dream and ignore the income base, they will be very hard when caring family. And second, in other hand, with the people designed to work as the income base, they may will think if they can follow their dream.
Yes.
When younger, when they were younger.
I see. Right, okay. Christina, what should people consider when choosing jobs then?
I think the most important is they should consider about the take balance between dream and income line.
The what? The most important is what? They should consider what?
They should consider about taking balance.
What kind of balance? What kind of balance?
Balance
gì mới được chứ?
Balance in work in income and their dream jobs.
Right, between the balance between, cái sự cân bằng giữa cái gì? The balance between work and their life, right? Wasn't it?
Ý là một công việc mà mình theo đuổi ước mơ và một công việc là nếu mình chỉ có những người
between a dream job and a job just to earn money, right?
Yes, and just a money job.
I see. Right, but I would expect more from you guys. So basically, think about career advancement. Career advancement, sự thăng tiến, sự promotion, you know. Những cái promotion, những sự thăng tiến nghề nghiệp. Think about the chance of promotion, you know. Cơ hội thăng tiến, the chance of promotions. Think about also, of course, most important thing is benefits. Những cái lợi ích, cái khung lợi ích. Ví dụ như là benefits such as paid leave. We learned this one before. Mình học bài này rồi nhá. Paid leave, for example, and maternal leave. Maternal leave nó là nghỉ thai sản. Paid leave là đi nghỉ mà vẫn được tiền đó. Đôi khi nghỉ vẫn được tiền. Paid holidays, những kỳ nghỉ được công ty đài thọ. It means like you don't have to pay for those holidays. It's yours. Paid holidays. And then what else? Insurance and things like that. Insurance. And of course, work environment is important. Nhưng mà không thấy ai bạn nào nói luôn á. Work environment, môi trường làm việc, môi trường lao động. And the people who work for them are actually important too, you know. Okay, so Mr. Young, what should people consider when choosing jobs then?
There are some factors that people should consider to make a decision. But firstly, I think they should assess their skills, their interests, and their strength.
Their strength? You mean their strength?
Strength, thế mạnh.
I see.
Strength. To understand their ability and their passion. Additionally, they should consider the job market and industry trend. And another aspect to consider is the work-life balance and job flexibility. The many potential elements of a job can impact their personal life, including working hours, travel requirement, and insurance, and other benefits.
Right, there you go. So like, for example, when choosing between jobs, people have to really weigh the differences, you know, cân đo đong đếm. Weigh the differences between like the offers that they have, weigh the differences. Phải cân đo đong đếm trước các sự khác biệt giữa các công việc when they choose the job carefully. Because you don't want to end up in a bad company, you know, with a toxic work environment, you know. Môi trường làm việc độc hại á. Đúng nghĩa là độc hại luôn á, là cảm thấy rất stress và rất là đồng nghiệp đấu đá nhau, không giúp gì nhau á. Like a toxic work environment is when your colleagues doesn't help you, but they're very envious and they talk bad behind your back a lot, and they might try to do nasty things against you. They do nasty things against you. Họ làm những điều rất là tẩm lợm chống lại bạn. Or something that is very toxic work environment. So you have to be very careful, because in Vietnam there's a lot of toxic work environment, to be honest. So many of them, I can't even count. Now, so let's continue with the next topic now. Let's do 45. Oh, we have this one. Okay, describe a short trip that you frequently make but you dislike. Miêu tả một cái chuyến đi ngắn mà các bạn thường thực hiện nhưng mà các bạn lại không thích chuyến đi đó. Short trip, chuyến đi ngắn thôi nha. Mà các bạn thường thực hiện nhưng mà không thích. You should say where you travel from and to. Bạn đi từ đâu đến đâu. How often you make this trip. Bạn có thường là thực hiện chuyến đi này hay không? Why you make this trip. Tại sao bạn lại thực hiện cái chuyến đi này? And explain why you dislike this trip. Và giải thích tại sao bạn lại không thích cái chuyến đi này. Like for example, a short trip from your home to your workplace, for example, you might dislike it because you have to go through, say, a very noisy and very busy road, for example. Mình phải băng một cái đoạn đường rất là ồn ào và rất là bận rộn chẳng hạn. Mình không thích. Or you have to cross through a very lousy and annoying market, street market, for example. Hay là phải băng qua một cái chợ ngoài trời rất là mệt mỏi, rất là phiền. Something like that. Short trip you frequently make but you dislike. Hoặc là, or you can describe like short trip to your friend's home, for example. You frequently make it, but you don't like the way there because on the way there's a dog. Or something like that, you know. Okay, and part 3 of traveling. Do Vietnamese people like traveling abroad? Why not? Người Việt có thích đi du lịch nước ngoài không? Đi ra nước ngoài không? Tại sao không? Các bạn nhớ part 3 phải nói nhiều nha. Remember the part 3 you need to talk a lot, you know, to speak a lot. Who prefer traveling abroad? The young or the old? The young, giờ mà. The young or the old? Phụ âm hay nguyên âm? The young or the old? Ai thích đi du lịch nước ngoài? Ai thích đi ra nước ngoài? Traveling abroad chỉ là đi ra nước ngoài thôi nha, chứ chưa hẳn là du lịch nha. You might travel abroad for work. Có đi nước ngoài về công việc chẳng hạn. Or you might travel abroad because you have to visit someone, đi viếng thăm ai đó chẳng hạn. It doesn't have to be just for traveling, you know. Nó không có nhất thiết là chỉ để cho du lịch nha. You might travel abroad because you have to study at a place something. Du học chẳng hạn. Ai thích đi nước ngoài hơn, người trẻ hay người già? Thì mình nên split nó ra, ví dụ như là tách nó ra. Ví dụ như là tùy từng lứa tuổi, tùy từng tính cách như thế nào đó nha. Tùy từng interest, cái hứng thú của họ nữa. It depends on the interest, the age groups, and also like the personalities of each person. Each people is different. Now, how much time do you think people should spend on a trip abroad and why? Bạn nghĩ con người ta nên dành bao nhiêu thời gian trên một cái chuyến đi ra nước ngoài? Tại sao? Which is better for knowing more about a country? Traveling or reading books about it? Cái nào tốt hơn để biết thêm về một đất nước? Đi lại hoặc là đọc sách về nó? Alright, you have some time to prepare for this topic now. I'll make it this way so you can see it easily. There you go. Alright. Okay, please, Miss Christina, can you describe a short trip that you frequently make, but you dislike it?
Well, I remember I had an not good experiences when I have a short experience when I had a short trip in Vietnam in last summer. When I traveled from Japan to Phu Quoc Island in Vietnam. I am the person often do who often to make a trip around
Who often make trips? Who often make trips?
make trips around Asian country because of I love
Because of the fact
the
that bởi vì sự thật hiển nhiên rằng tôi because of the fact that
because
I
because of fact I am
because of
Asian,
the fact that I
because of the
because
fact
of
that
the
I
fact that I
because of the fact that I living in a in Ja- a I living in Asia country and really convenient to travel to another Asian country. Uh, and the countries, most of them will have a uh, cheap price, we have a cheap price.
Mhm.
So I can saving, so I don't need to purchase so much money,
Purchase.
for my trip. But last year in my Phuket Island in Phuket Island trip in last year, I remember the cost there when I take the dinner in the restaurant, almost like almost same with the price, same with price in Hong Kong or Taiwan.
Okay.
And I think this is impossible because of Vietnam is the country is developing countries, and the price how people can pay for so expensive money for dinner like this. But the point made me so surprised because about the all of the food all of the food thực phẩm, all of the fruit which was sold in a local market, was sold in a local market, had the normally the normal base price with normal base price with other province in Vietnam.
Okay.
So I still cannot understand why service fee is so expensive in Phuket Island.
Well, I
And
think it's because it's hard to bring it's hard to bring goods there, you know. It's an island anyway. They cannot self-produce anything. They have to bring items and goods from the mainland, you know. Phải đem mọi thứ từ đất
yeah.
liền chứ from the mainland. They have to bring it here.
In the first time, I also think this, but I hear from driver is they also can grow the vegetable and food by themselves in this island, not like before. Uh,
So you
so
mean the local people they no longer grow anything, no?
no, the people before local people did not grow anything, but right now, with the nông nghiệp là uh,
Agriculture.
it, with agriculture develop development, they can growing by themselves in
They
Phuket
can grow by
Island
themselves. But why? What's the reason why the price so expensive there?
because of they think the travel people is because of most of travelers came Phuket Island is foreigner person before, so they are the person design the normal bay in Phuket Island. So with local people, they think they have a kiểu tiềm thức mà ăn sâu ở trong they have a
They have a thing in their
they
head.
used to
They
they
are
used
used
to
to. Họ
with
đã quá quen với chuyện đó rồi.
yeah
They are used to that. They
they
are
used to
so
with this
used
price.
to that.
They are so used to with this price.
I see. They're so used to
Yes,
with this price. But don't you think the
but
service is there it's genuine? Cái dịch vụ đó nó có thật sự là đàng hoàng không?
oh no,
Do you think they're
no, I
genuine?
think no. I think no. That's why I think this is really the value I get is not suitable. Is unsuitable with the price with the money I paid.
I see.
Yes.
So it's really bad then.
Yes, and I was so shy with all of my friends
Remember,
came there
this
with
is not a
me.
part 3. This is only a part 2, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let Mr. Yoon do it first, do the second, and then you redo this one. Mr. Yoon, can you describe a short trip that you frequently make but you dislike?
Well, a short trip I frequently make but dislike is my daily commute from my home to my workplace. I travel approximately 10 kilometers on a daily basis, Monday to Saturday. One of the main reason I dislike
One
one
of
of
the
the
main
main reason I dislike this trip is the heavy traffic congestion.
the heavy
That
traffic congestion.
heavy traffic congestion. That
Congestion.
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 Congestion. Congestion.
Congestion. Tại vì cái
Congestion.
âm DZ rồi nó không thể nào là congestion được á, nó là congestion.
Congestion. Congestion.
Congestion. Congestion.
Congestion. The roads are often filled with cars, motorbike, other vehicle, and this waste a significant amount of time and
Congestion.
increase my stress level.
It increases your stress level, and traveling on the road at that hour would be horrible, right?
Yes. And moreover, the air pollution is another factor. The high volume of vehicle on the road result in increased emission, and the air is polluted with harmful pollutants. And I think breathing the polluted air during the commute can have a negative impact on our health. And in some days, uh, with unfavorable or bad weather conditions such as rain, I have to ride a motorbike in heavy rain, and it's not only uncomfortable but also
Uncomfortable.
uncomfortable, but also give some risk due to
Also give
slippery
some
roads.
risk, SK. Also give
Risk,
some certain risk.
certain risk due to slippery roads, and all the combination of traffic congestion
Chứ phải combination. And the
combination
combination, động từ là
combinate
combine thì danh từ là
com,
combination.
combination of traffic congestion, air pollution, and weather condition make my daily commute is like less desirable experience, and I always want to have more enjoyable public transportation, and to make my journey more pleasant and easier. That's
I see. Right, so Mr. Christina, can you redo this one? Làm lại, Christina. Describe a short trip that you frequently make but you dislike. Please.
I have I have a bad experience in the short trip in my short trip to Phu Quoc Island, Vietnam in last summer. Even I am the people often do the trip to Asia.
Even though I am a person, tôi là một người số ít thôi. Even though I'm a person who often
I am a person who often do the trip to Asia country because of
to Asian countries, Tính từ của nó Asian, tính từ của nó Asian countries, to Asian countries.
Country because of so convenient from Japan to go most of country in Asia.
Most of the countries in Asia.
Most of the country in Asia region. And most of those countries have the cheap price, which can help me saving so much money for my trip. But I was so surprised when my how much I need to pay for service in Phu Quoc Island of Vietnam. This were almost the same with Hong Kong or Taiwan.
That's terrible.
As even they can even the service performance was not good enough, and I was so curious about the why people can pay so much money. Even nowadays, local people can grow vegetables,
hai âm thôi, vegetables
by themselves and do not need vận chuyển logistics, transportation food from other cities. So the reason which local person told me is a long time ago most of travelers came to Phu Quoc.
Đi quá xa rồi, bây giờ phải tập trung mấy cái you should say thôi. Okay, why you dislike this trip? Thì mình chỉ nói là giá quá tăng thôi, giá quá cao thôi là được rồi, không cần phải giải thích gì hơn cả. Tại vì mình có 2 phút thôi à. Remember, you have 2 minutes only. Stick with what you should say. You explain what you dislike with this trip, but you do not need to explain in details, like why the price so high, something like that, you know. Don't have to do that, you know. Quá xa rồi, bây giờ nó sẽ quá dài, người ta bị cắt lại ngay lập tức luôn á. Không như vậy thì nó bị lạc ra nữa nha. Okay, so Mr. Dương, do Vietnamese people like traveling abroad? Why or why not?
I think nowadays it easier for Vietnamese people to travel abroad because of the expansion of low-cost airlines.
The expansion.
Expansion
thì phải expansion nhé. Expand. The expansion of
low-cost airline. Cheap travel packet, and the ease of obtaining visas.
It is to obtain visas, right?
Yes, visa. And
wait, do we need to obtain visa to go to Phu Quoc Island? No. Oh yeah.
Phu Quoc Islands.
If you are born Vietnamese, you don't need a visa to go there. But if you are a foreign person, of course, you need a visa to go to Vietnamese territory. Okay, so what else then? Yes, what else then?
I think the finance
Rồi,
financial.
Đi thi là bây giờ là chết chắc rồi đó. So you go to exam and it's like this. You dead. So dead. Ban 5 immediately. Đi thi mà về là thôi chết luôn rồi, ban 5 chắc luôn á. Hoặc là dưới đó nha. Bí ý là cũng chết luôn. Okay, so Christina, do Vietnamese people like traveling abroad? Why? Why not?
Yes, I think so because I found in most of as a social media
Sai,
platform.
most of gì?
Most of
Most of the social media sites. Nhiều website mạng xã hội. I saw it on most of the social media sites.
most of the social media sites, people look people seems so excited and so people often post so much picture they have achieved traveling abroad everywhere. uh, I think because of right now the economic of Vietnam was so is deep.
Economic là tính từ.
e-
Economy mới là danh từ. Because the
Economy of
economy of
Vietnam
Vietnam right now is.
right now is extremely
Are you sure
developing.
it's extremely developed? Không chắc đâu nha. Việt Nam không chưa bao giờ gọi là cực kỳ phát triển về kinh tế đó. I think.
Nhưng mà chỉ số tăng trưởng của Việt Nam hiện tại đang là hàng đầu
The
thế giới
GDP
đấy.
of Vietnam, the GDP, what's it called? Gross domestic product. GDP, gross domestic product
With
index.
gross
Domestic product of Vietnam is very high, but still, the people, I don't think they have enough money to spend, right? I don't think the economy of the country is that good, to be honest with you.
No, I mean about the because of the people income, Vietnamese people income is increased if compared with 10 years ago. So people can pay more money for traveling. If you can compare about the flight tickets
Compare không có đi
fee.
kèm giấy tờ nha. Compare không đi kèm giấy tờ.
Yeah.
If you can compare between, if you can compare what with what?
If you
Compare cái gì với cái gì thôi. If you can compare something with something else.
You can compare flight ticket. Now recently flight ticket with 10 years ago, the ticket price
Tickets.
did not
Tickets. The ticket price
did not increase so much, and we can easy to see more habits.
We can easily see. Chúng ta có thể dễ dàng nhìn thấy. We can easily see.
Have so much companies design employee travel design employee travel design the overseas trip for employees travel as the benefit.
Okay. Now, so who prefer traveling abroad, the young or the old, Mr. Young?
Both. I think both age groups.
I think
both. Both age groups enjoy traveling abroad, but their reason for traveling is different. For example, young people tend to be eager to explore new country, new culture, new way of life, and they want to have more experience in adventurous activities like trekking, backpacking. But in contrast, older people in contrast, older people may have different motivation, like will they will find opportunity to relax, to discover different culture with more easy in any country where it is feasible to reach. So I think in the young prefer traveling abroad than the old.
But I have seen many older people. They travel a lot, and they do have enough money. Of course, they don't. They have a lot of money, so they can
Yes.
travel. They can travel like to many destinations.
Yes.
But the young people, they have much less money and they have to work.
Yes.
So I don't think they travel that much, to be honest. It depends on situation.
They want to, but they don't have
Lực
enough
bất tòng tâm.
money.
Lực bất tòng tâm. They want to, but they cannot afford it. They cannot afford it.
Cannot afford it.
All right. Yes. Okay, so right, so Christina, who prefer traveling abroad, the young or the old then?
I think most of young and
Most
old.
of gì? Most of gì? Most of gì?
Most.
I think just say, nếu không dùng of, dùng xài là most young people đi. Đừng có most of people nữa, trời
Ý em là
ơi.
both. Không phải là most mà là both.
Both. Both. Nó phải rõ ràng cái âm nó ra. Both. Both of them. Both the young and the old like to travel.
Both of the young and the old prefer to travel abroad. Young people, they have enough healthy and so curious.
The curiosity. Sự
With
tò mò, curiosity
with to see other country, other culture, but they don't have enough money.
It's all about the money.
Old people, they have so much saving money, they have so much time, so they also prefer travel abroad to have experience with another culture they did not know before. So nowadays we can see have so much nowadays we can see
cứ have hoài. Có là gì? There are so many.
There are so many young people designed to join a global company to get then they can get chance to travel abroad as company too. Even they don't need pay so much money.
Don't need to pay so much money.
Are these too short? This answer?
No, it's fine. It's actually good. Nhưng mà nó bị vấn đề về phát âm hơi bị nhiều đó. Và nó ảnh hưởng đến cái clarity, cái độ mà rõ ràng rất là nhiều luôn, cho nên là không được band 6 đâu nha. This is not band 6 at all, careful.
Yes.
Thiệt luôn, cứ band 5 rưỡi hoài, nó là như vậy đó. Vấn đề phát âm. Pronunciation problem. Always. Mr. Young, please. How much time do you think people should spend on a trip abroad and why?
I think it depends on particular trip from short journey to nearby cities countries. A duration of 1 to 2 weeks can be
1 to 2 weeks. Yeah.
sufficient
Hmm.
to
Interesting.
explore the major landmark famous destination, but with
Right.
trip to more distant country,
Yes.
a longer duration needed.
Is needed.
Is
A longer
needed.
duration is needed. Is needed.
Needed.
Or necessary, yeah.
Necessary.
Nó hơi bị ngắn quá.
Spending
It's a bit too short now.
maybe spending 2 to 4 weeks or even more. Allow people to interact with the local people, to live in the local way of life, and learn more about their customs. Yes, that's so.
Okay. I see. Right, so Christina, what do you think? Which is better for knowing more about a country? Traveling or reading books about it?
I think the traveling can have a real real trải nghiệm thực tế, real
Yes.
real
Real life experience?
real experience. Real experience, something which never
Something that can never comes from reading
something
books,
cannot
right? Something that can
Yes.
never come
something that never comes from the book,
from reading books.
from reading
Books, yeah, books.
books.
Something that can never come from reading books, yeah. Trời ơi, luyện phát âm hơn. Đọc lại mấy bài cũ, luyện phát âm liên tục. Alright, anything else? Nghe câu đó là biết thiếu đấy.
But traveling equal.
Yes.
We need to saving money for travel. No, traveling need numbers.
Traveling với là traveling. L với N
Traveling.
mà đừng có bị sai cái đó. Traveling, traveling. Traveling.
Traveling will require numbers of money. So this will be
Requires a lot of money.
a lot of money. So this is most difficulty for young people as me can have enough experiences about other country in travel.
Okay.
Yes.
What else then? Còn gì nữa không ta?
Không.
Cái câu hỏi này mình có thể trả lời theo kiểu là cả mỗi cái đều có tác dụng gì được, hay là mình sẽ buộc là chọn một trong hai rồi mình nói về cái đó thôi?
You can talk about both of them if you talk, or just one of them. It's up to you. Okay, try it, Mr. Young. Try it.
In my opinions, reading books about country offer a different kind of knowledge, and books can provide detailed information, historical context, and analysis may not be available while traveling, but in contrast, traveling to a country allow people to immerse just themselves in immerse themselves in its culture, tradition, and daily life, and it provides many opportunities to taste local cuisine, to explore the nature beauty, and it can observe and learn about the country custom tradition directly. So I think it is better to knowing more about a country or any destination by traveling.
Right, I see. Yeah, there you go. That's a good answer, I think. Not bad, not bad at all. Okay, let's try something else. I think you both are very tired now. I think. Let's try 50. Describe a okay, or maybe 51, okay? Describe a childhood friend of yours. Miêu tả một người bạn từ thời ấu thơ của các bạn. Thời thơ ấu, thời còn xưa, thời còn nhỏ. Wait a moment. Did we do? Okay. And then you should say when you met him or her, where you met him or her, what you did with your friend, and how you felt about a friend. Dùng quá khứ hơi bị nhiều nha các bạn, cẩn thận. Careful with the verbs. All of them are just like past tense, past tense, past tense, okay? Mình xài sai thì bị trừ điểm hơi nặng nha các bạn. Alright, so some time to think now. Right, Mr. Young, please describe a childhood friend of yours, please.
I have a memorable childhood friends. When I was young, I had a best friend called
Best
Thảo.
friend là best friend, cẩn thận cái từ này.
Best.
I had a best friend. I had a best friend.
Best friend called Thảo. We have known each other since kindergarten, as we were neighbor. She was a talkative child, which were totally different from me. A quiet kid, so she always
A quiet child, cẩn thận.
A quiet child.
Yes.
So she always made me smile with funny stories. I normally hang out with her and other friends after class. Although our town was small and tranquil place, we always found something enjoyable to do together each time we meet. Maybe just simple games such as played hide and seek and make a kite.
Hide and seek.
Hide and seek, and made a kite. We were innocent, enjoyed
innocent. We were so innocent.
Enjoyed this moment and didn't think about anything about harsh life. When we were growing, we went our separate ways. I'm currently a doctor while she is a makeup artist. Despite all the differences in occupation and working hours, we still managed to keep in touch, and we celebrate our birthday on special cases by mobile phones, and it could be said that our friendship imprint unforgettable memory in my mind.
Okay.
So.
Okay, good. Christina, please. Can you describe a childhood friend of yours?
I remember I have a childhood friends. Her her name is Ivanka. We met each other in ballet class when ballet class when I was when she helped me to flex my body. Uốn dẻo là gì ta?
To flex my body. Động từ to flex.
Flex my body.
Flex my body.
To flex my body because of her leg is her leg was longer than mine so much.
Nghe mắc cười. Well, it sounds a bit funny, you know. Okay.
I remember her face was so pretty, like baby girl.
Was so pretty.
Were pretty like baby girls, and she was idol of my class.
Was an idol of my class.
Idol of my class. We always have a practice class together, and also we sometimes we go to hang out together. We went to hang out together because of she lived probably she lived near my home. Well, even right now we are living in other country, in our countries, but we still keep contact to get talking about everything. She always is my best friend who I can talk easy. I can talk easily and trustly.
What? I can talk easily and I can trust her, right?
Yeah, yes, I can
Không có
trust
chữ
her.
trustly nha, không có trustly nha. Không có tạo ra từ giống như kiểu mình bịa ra từ gì được đâu nha. You cannot just make up words like that, you know. You can't. Alright, so I think it's good to stop now, I think. Alright. Ok, vậy thì các bạn nhớ là về nhà làm writing đó nha. Xong rồi thứ hai mình sẽ sửa nha. Okay, and then we'll do more speaking if you have time for it. Okay, that's the end of my videos. Please like, share this video with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and press on the bell button next to the subscribe button so you can get notified about my new uploads, okay? You can also press follow my Facebook, but please don't add me on Facebook as friends, okay? Cảm ơn các bạn đã theo dõi nha. Các bạn hãy nhấn vào like, chia sẻ video này bạn bè các bạn. Nhấn vào nút đăng ký kênh YouTube mình và nút cái chuông kế bên cạnh để đăng ký kênh đó, để mà các bạn sẽ được thông báo về những video mới nha. Các bạn cũng có thể nhấn vào nút theo dõi Facebook mình, nhưng nhớ đừng kết bạn Facebook mình nha. Thank you and see you. Bye.